On the news tonight, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reaffirms commitment to positive transformation of Nigeria. National Orientation Agency intensifies nationwide campaign to promote youth involvement in NELFund scheme. House of Assembly of Kwara State advocate enforcement of child rights law to curb student hawking. Plus update from the world of entertainment and sport. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Ilorin's News Tonight. Good evening, I am Tijani Ajara. Now to the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed conviction that his administration's commitment to positive transformation will fortify Nigeria's position at the forefront of African nations for the pride of the citizenry. The president was addressing Nigerians in Brazil as part of his engagement on the margins of the state visit to the South American country. State House correspondent Musbah Dan Wahab report.
President Bola Tinubu is keeping to the tradition, bonding with Nigerians in the diaspora and instilling sense of belonging. Here, representatives of Nigerians in Brazil, they are part of the immediate beneficiaries of a just rejuvenated Nigeria-Brazil relations. Amongst this cross-section are scholars and entrepreneurs making Nigeria proud in Brazil through innovations and volunteerism. And these Brazilians of Nigerian descent are now craving to reunite with their origin. They equally demonstrated retention of their culture. They have varying issues needing government's assistance to ease their stay here. But then they appreciated the president for strengthening bilateral ties with their host presidents and for the reforms preparing a better country for them back home.
The 1 trillion economy, the way we are seeing things, we think it will not even get to 2030 before we achieve this 1 trillion economy.
Now that we're building this relationship with Brazil in different phases, we plead Your Excellency that wherever we need it to be a channel between you and Brazil, we are ready to do that.
Members of the President team updated the diasporans on various transformative programs and policies of the government, including the Agricultural Revival Program.
And the Brazilian-Nigerian friendship, which Mr. President has in no small way strengthened within the last 2 years, is going to be something that the world over will be very proud of.
In the last 2 years, Mr. President have made a lot of intervention by all the state governors in Nigeria in terms of ensuring that he gave us fertilizer, he gave us a lot of resources, particularly to invest in agriculture.
A lot is happening in the agri sector, and I can assure you that in the next 2 to 3 years, with all that has been initiated under the leadership of Mr. President, we should be moving from food sufficiency to sovereignty.
Students are no longer going out of school simply on account of the inability of their parents or guardians not to pay for their school fees or for their object. I think this is very, very important. This from north to south, from east to west, nobody, you don't need to know anyone.
Nigeria has changed.
President Tinubu is again proud that the reforms embarked upon by his administration are yielding good results. He expresses commitments with courage and foresight to reinforce Nigeria's leading role and status in Africa.
Look at the technological development of this country. Look at the ability of this nation to achieve food sovereignty. Just imagine What do they have that we don't have? We have everything. We have the brain. We have the energy. Yes. We have the population. Yes. The youth. To us, we can manufacture. We can develop. We can design. We can build a nation that work purposefully and prosperously for all of us.
The President calls for the support of Nigerians home and abroad to ensure success and sustainability of the government reforms. In Brasilia, Musbao and Wahab, NTA News.
The National Orientation Agency, NOAA, is intensifying campaign on national reorientation in 5 thematic areas. Director General of NOAA, represented by Director Finance and Accounts in the agency, Sule Haruna, explains the nationwide campaign is designed to ensure that students and other youth key into NELFund scheme and other government policies towards improving education, youth development and job creation nationwide. To ensure Nigerians imbibe the culture of security consciousness, national values, students are advised to get the correct and required information regarding disaster preparedness, especially on flood mitigation. Alerts by NIMETS and other agencies are other areas that the National Orientation Campaign will focus on. To also discourage the attitude of unnecessary spendings during students' graduation ceremonies and other irrelevant activities going on in schools is part of the reasons for the campaign. Other areas requiring attention include the need for citizens to understand the values attached to the national identities and symbols in order to accord them the required respect. The next phase of World Bank intervention to mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country is set to commence as stakeholders dissect modalities for the implementation in the North Central Zone. Aliyu Tijani report.
UN Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus, NGCARES, a World Bank-assisted program, was introduced to cushion the effect of COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. Since its introduction, it has been mitigating shocks on the economy through various interventions across the sectors. This meeting, therefore, is to appraise the implementation of the program under the independent verification assessment to chart a way forward for the next phase of the program, known as 2.0. Participants are from all the states in the North Central Zone, including FCT, who expressed readiness of their state's government to key into the next phase of the program.
Not only are we inviting or assessing the IVA, we're also bringing into the room here beneficiaries that have benefited from NG Cares to come here and also give us feedback.
So as we go into NG Cares 2.0, we believe that independence should be strengthened. We believe that it should be as accurate as possible.
Governor Abdullahi Sule says the World Bank assisted program, also known as NG Cares, came in handy after the pandemic, and Nasarawa State benefited immensely from the interventions, especially in rural communities.
So it's encouraging to see you coming together, the drivers of this program, to come together and sit down to review your performance and the implementation of the program. Is very encouraging.
Stakeholders are hopeful that the next phase of NG Cares intervention will consolidate on gains recorded in the previous interventions. In Lafia, Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
To plenary matters, the House of Assembly of Kwara State has called for strict enforcement of the child rights law in the state with a view to curbing the menace of students or hawking with school uniform. This was sequel to a motion moved by a member representing Ilorin South constituency, Mariam Yusuf Aladi. Abdulhafiz Alaya tells us more.
Speaking on the need to curb students walking with school uniform during school hours, Honorable Mariam Aladi said the practice runs contrary to the provision for mandatory education for every child in the state. Despite government efforts at making schooling attractive for different age groups, the lawmaker frowned at how some parents were sabotaging the education sector by sending their children on hawking when they're supposed to be in classroom. Beyond government investment in educational infrastructure and human capital, Honorable Mariam advocated additional pragmatic steps to stop child hawking. Like the prime mover of the motion, other lawmakers agreed on the need to step up campaigns against child hawking to safeguard the mental and educational development of every Kwara child.
This motion, if adopted, I will give a long way to protect the future of our children, safeguarding the image of the state and ensuring compliance with the law of the land.
And guidance that education is very, very important. Without education, we are going nowhere. Even if you want to become a politician today, you must be an educated person.
Teachers should pay more attention to registers. And they mark the register in the morning and in the afternoon to ensure the attendance, the presence of the students in the school and those who are not in the school.
Addressing this challenge decisively, Kwara State will not only safeguard the future of its children but also strengthen its commitment to quality education and sustainable development.
I want to urge that the Ministry of Education, through the State Universal Basic Education Board and the Teaching Service Commission, should come up with a one-time introduced initiative whereby they teach students in uniform outside the school during the school hours.
I urge the governor to direct Ministry of Communication to sensitize parents and guardians to desist from engaging their children and wards in hawking with school uniforms during school hours, while violators are made to face the penalties.
The plenary was adjourned till Tuesday, 2nd of September 2025. Abdulhafiz Alaya, NTA News.
This is News Tonight from NTA. We'll go on a short break and be back.
When malaria won't show power for your side, it can knock you down. I'm a damn soft gel. Like I tell you, no say, malaria medicine when no get bad taste or bitter taste for mouth. And it easy to swallow. Try. I correct game changer. I'm a damn soft gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life. Sedap Supreme Noodles is here for you. Because only the finest ingredients go into Sedap Supreme Chicken Essence to give it that truly delicious chicken taste. Sedap Supreme tasty chicken noodles with real chicken essence, capturing the Sedap Supreme tasty chicken goodness. Sedap Supreme Noodles, the essence of tasty chicken goodness. Also available in rich spices variant. Be Supreme Nigeria.
Welcome back. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has disclosed that no fewer than 1.3 million Nigerians have completed online pre-registration for voters registration within 1 week of the exercise. In a statement released by INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, the figure was recorded between August 18 and 24. The Commission noted that the breakdown of online pre-registration showed that 661,846 registrants are male, while 717,856 are female. The figure further revealed that the registration is majorly made of young people who are between the ages of 18 to 34 years. According to the statement, the state-by-state breakdown of figures revealed Osun State has the highest number of pre-registration with 28.5% of overall registration across the 36 states, including the Federal Capital. Now to entertainment. On-air personality Ijoma Josephina Otuabo, popularly known as Fina, calls out Dangote Group of breaking promise to fund sisters' treatments abroad. Hannah Fake has details of this and more from the world of entertainment.
It was reported earlier on that Ruth, Fina's younger sister, was involved in a tragic accident on August 13, 2025, near Auchi Polytechnic in Edo State, where she was hit by a Dangote truck allegedly driven by an underage, unlicensed driver. In a series of emotional updates, Fina explained that after finally visiting her sister in person, she realized Ruth's situation was far worse than what she had initially shared with the public. Fina confirmed that while speaking to the Dangote Group representative, the company agreed to her initial request for Ruth to be flown to India for advanced medical care. However, Fina revealed that the Dangote official she had been in communication with has ignored her messages for over 24 hours. She called on Aliko Dangote, the owner of the company, to personally intervene in saving her sister's life. Gospel singer and pastor Nathaniel Bassi has announced plans to mark his 44th birthday with inmates at the Kirikiri Medium Security Prison in Lagos. The gospel singer, through his Instagram account, revealed plans to mark his birthday by leading the inmates in a vibrant worship experience. Anna Fakeye, NTA News.
Christians have been urged to live a holy life, putting God at the center of their actions and serving as examples of righteousness for the benefit of the larger society. This was the major message at the burial and Thanksgiving service for Pa Bolaji Jimoh Omomeji, held at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Vine Megazone in Ilorin. Again, Hannah Fakeye report.
It was an atmosphere of celebration of a life well spent as family, friends and loved ones gathered at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Vine Megazone in Ilorin, to bid farewell to Pa Bolaji Jimoh Omomeji. In his message, Pastor Akintoye Akimbayo admonished the congregation to use their time and wealth to make positive impact while alive, noting that late Pa Omomeji lived a godly life worthy of emulation.
He served God, he lived a fulfilled life, he enjoyed the fruit of his labor, and he lived a legacy in which now that we are now celebrating.
He was so jovial. Once he quarreled with someone, immediately the thing is gone.
Baba, to some extent, is good because God gave him mercy.
Family members and friends paid glowing tribute, recalling the remarkable influence of the deceased in their lives and within the larger society.
Our daddy, very nice, very good, very happy to everybody.
We miss him a lot. We miss him a lot. He's a loving and caring dad.
He loved God in his own way, and he was kind to everybody. And what many of his children has learned from him is being practical, being sincere, and have a good heart towards everyone around you. Having a good heart might not pay many a times, but it doesn't change you from who you are.
He's an entrepreneur man, you know, he does different businesses, and I think I have gained a lot from him. All the business he's doing, I'm doing it. So I inherited something good from him. You know, Baba is an agile man.
He's a lover and he's a plain-minded person. He cracks jokes. If you do anything wrong, he will correct you there and then, and that is it. If you are trying to defend him, he will tell you no.
My grandpa is very nice, kind, and also caring for his children.
My grandpa is a very kind man, a loving man. He's caring. Let me say, oh, long. Well, if not for death that took him away, I wish you never died, but may his soul rest in perfect peace.
His sense of humor was second to none. Baba will enter a place and everybody will reel in laughter.
Humble a man. If you see him, even despite his age, he meets with many people like us, and we do interact and discuss.
The body of late Pa Bolaji Omomeji was later committed to Mother Earth at his residence in Ilorin, with prayers and hymns offered in solemn reflection. Guests were subsequently entertained with food, drinks and uplifting music from a live band. Anna Fakeye, NTA News.
That barrier completes our bulletin tonight. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night rest.
For more news and programs, you can visit our website on www.ntailorin.com.ng. Download the NTA Ilorin app from Google Play Store on your Android devices. You can also watch our news on NTA Ilorin YouTube channel.